Are you a victim of being called gay and perhaps molested by a small bean shaped plush? You might be entitled to financial compensation, especially if it happened twice. Hey, I'm back again, and today I'm here to talk about some kind of semi obscure anime merchandise that made its way into public media within the last several years. I think it's pretty difficult to underestimate the amount of influence that anime has had on Western culture. I'm an American. You might not be American. I know that Americans are basically the only people that exist on this planet, but I guess there's a couple other people here. So, if you're on the internet in any capacity, though, it's really hard to ignore that there's been several reoccurring memes within the last 10 years that have absolutely gone viral. So today I've got three plushes that I noticed went from obscure to literally like top of the charts viral. I'm talking memes, Twitter posts, YouTube videos, not to mention the value of these items has gone from literally like standard market price to thousands of dollars. Some of these prices will literally blow your mind because I know that they have irritated the anime collecting community to no end. So today I thought I'd start with the man, the myth, the legend, the Astolfo Bean plush. Now, if you're not familiar, this guy went viral in a meme that actually started from an entirely different image macro from a completely different fandom. But before I get into the kind of meme structure, I guess I just want to talk a little bit about what exactly this guy is, because especially if you're not familiar, you're probably looking at this and like wondering what the fuck is wrong with it. The fact that I own two of these is criminal and quite frankly embarrassing. So this is the Haunted Astolfo plush that sucks your dick and calls you gay. He's from a line called Potekoro, which are these little keychain bean plushes, basically, right? They're just meant to be like bag charms. They're squishy, kind of mochi-like. They have embroidered details, usually like custom hair. Each one's a unique pattern. You can see he's got his kind of like outfit printed on the bottom. There's literally hundreds of these little guys. Every single anime, I swear, has something made into one of these. There's over 750 of them according to my figure collection at the moment, but I'm sure there's room for error there. I also own the Rohan Kishibe one, and he's a little bit unsettling, I'm not gonna lie. I think quite a few of these are actually really weirdly creepy. So the Astolfo one, while I rag on him, I guess at least he's kind of cute. Here's a few of those creepy ones. So I guess just to get into the macro, apparently it's based off of a Splatoon meme, which is funny because I have never played any of the Splatoon games, and I wouldn't have even known this if I hadn't taken the time to like research it and kind of dive down the rabbit hole. And I guess it's based off this faux eBay listing that's titled Haunted Cali Calamari plush that drinks all your Pepsi and calls you a bitch. So I guess I'm lucky I don't drink Pepsi. So to sum it up, I guess this stupid ass plush really only became popular because Twitter user Kibaruzu posted an edit of this already existing macro featuring it. And of course, that's what I mentioned earlier. Haunted Astolfo plush that sucks your dick and calls you gay. Speaking of viral internet memes, have you seen this cat? Probably. Unfortunately. So, this is Nekoark. I guess I'll hold her like a baby. My beautiful, disgusting child. So, Nekoark is, as far as I understand, like an alternate cat counterpart to Arcuid Brunstad. I hope I'm saying that right, but I'm probably not, and I'm probably gonna get roasted. She's featured across several Fate series. Specifically, I've noticed that she's in Melty Blood, Actress Again, and Tsukahime. I don't really know a ton about Fate. I kind of just like consume it like from a distance because it's so vast that I'm honestly kind of scared of it. But I think it's kind of like homophobic One Piece. I have to highlight a few things about this that I am like particularly fascinated by. For one, she has joints. So like I don't know if you can hear the popping. But you can like listen. Oh, hold on. You can pose her. So I guess if like she's sitting in your room and you can hear in the middle of the night like popping, she's coming for you and you're screwed. She's gonna drink all your pilk and send you to the Shadow Realm. I also really love these like gigantic plastic eyes. And like just an aside, but when I ordered her, I had her shipped C-mail. And C-mail, if you don't know, usually takes like 4 to 6 months. They always estimate like 3, but that is not happening. And at the time, I was moving, so I actually had her shipped to my parents' house. And it's so funny because when she arrived, I raced to my parents' house. And like, when I unboxed her at my parents' house, they were baffled. Like, they were like, did you spend money on that? Like, yeah, this is my daughter. I adopted her, okay? Also, apparently, according to my figure collection, she is 1-to-1 scale. So, this is how big she would be in real life. And she's toddler size, so she would be really easy to, like, kick and, like, just send flying through a field goal, which I really like. Anyways, could you imagine this thing in your house?
Brand new. Oh, yeah. So
she originally retailed for roughly $50 USD, which I'm not dogging on the price, because, like, she is good quality, but at the same time, I feel like for $50 they could have made her a little less creepy. And another fun fact is that I plugged $50 into, like, an inflation calculator, right? Because I was like, okay, that's obviously not what this would have costed in, like, our Lord's year 2026. Although, and it comes out to $77. So, this motherfucker would have been $80 when she came out in 2007. So I guess, if you had $80 in 2007 and you wanted a weird, creepy, haunted doll that bites ankles and says slurs, get your ass back there and make the investment. You know who else probably bites ankles and says slurs, though? That's right. So, this is Kasane Teto. Obviously in plush form, this is a gift brand plushie, a collaboration with Good Smile. Now, Teto is an Utao, which is very similar to Vocaloid if you know anything about those. If you've been living under a rock, you might not, but you've probably heard of the best one, which would be Kamui Gakpo. However, Hatsune Miku is probably a close second, I suppose. Anyways, Utaos, or Utaloids, as some people kind of call them, are a very similar software to Vocaloid. Again, it's just a vocal software, a speech synthesizer that allows you to create music, memes, generate voices, pretty much whatever you want. A ton of music artists use it, and it's been pretty much popular as long as Vocaloid existed, so... I mean, she even made an appearance alongside Miku in that song called Triple Baka, which by now I'm sure you've heard if you're here. Unfortunately, while she was pretty popular, she really didn't get any merchandise made of her. I would assume it was just kind of hard to merchandise her given what she was. I mean, even early Vocaloid merchandise was really lacking, and a lot of it was made by private circles and was like garage kits and fan merch, so... But anyways, when this gift plush was released, there wasn't a whole ton of demand for it, and I honestly don't think that a lot of them sold. But once they hit the aftermarket, there was an immediate increase in price. Like, we're talking jumping from that like $50 price range up to about $100, as far as I can tell from my figure collection comments and some sold listings I was able to gather. So fast forward to now, she tends to go for that like 300 to 500 mark. But I actually saw a US Mercari listing literally go for $1,650, which, yeah, I mean, that's rent. So luckily there is a more modern option. With the recent boost in popularity, Good Smile has gone crazy, and Teto fans are well fed. I mean, just check out like all these plushes, especially with this super popular one, which is the reason that I actually included this plush here in this video today. Not because this particular plush is the meme, but you probably have seen this fat fuck Teto meme, and that's the modern version of this gift plush. So if you love the gift plush a lot and you really are craving Teto merchandise, I would snag this plush because it's just as cute, has just as much personality, and it's going to save your wallet a lot. But I kind of mentioned at the end how much the Teto plush is going for. Well, I do want to mention that while she tops out at that almost $1,700, the Haunted Astolfo beanie plushes sit at an egregious easy $200 on average. So if you want to make an investment in a haunted plush that sucks your dick and calls you gay, you're going to have to shell out some cash. And that Neko Arc plush, well, spoiler alert, I couldn't even really find any sold listings for. I don't even remember how much I bought mine for, but that was after months of hunting, and it doesn't pop up often on the aftermarket given its age. So your best bet if you want any of these is honestly just stalking Yahoo Japan, Mercari Japan, or just doing a little dance and praying. But honestly, I'd be careful if you invite any of these fellas into your life, because all three of them are problem causers. I mean, let's just say I had a girlfriend before this guy got a hold of me. I don't exactly have a home anymore, considering I spent all my rent money on Teto. And unfortunately, the cost of feeding my Neko Arc Pilk every day has left me absolutely bankrupt. I guess pray for me. But hey, if you like this video, this was kind of like a silly shorter one. I've got a couple things in the works. I just wanted to talk about some funny merch I had, and if you enjoyed it, definitely drop a like, subscribe. It means a lot just to have you here, and I appreciate you watching. But until next time, I've been Moron. Bye.